What's up, my derps? It's your boy Gregolis, and we're live in the Derpwood studio. We have to give a big shout out to Mr. D&DW Me. Our friendly DM Peter is here for the first time ever because of the pandemic. Can you not hear me?
I can't hear anything.
No sound from me.
But hey, hi.
There's no sound on that side. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to figure that one out.
No, it's all right.
It's fine. Yeah,
We're all here.
We're all here. And we're present in the situation.
Mm-hmm. As long as they can hear us, that's all that matters.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay, well.
So they said they can hear Greg, Ty, and Peter. Can you hear me too?
Woo, all right. Beautiful.
Ethan hears me too.
All right, thank you, Ethan. Hi, yeah, we're here. This isn't my basement.
Yeah, that's an odd way to start it. This is a big episode 20. It's been a while since we had the main campaign going.
It's been a while.
We are pretty excited here to, like I said, to have Peter in the studio and to find out what's going on. If you're paying attention to the Instagram accounts, we've been previewing, I guess we're calling this the Where's Perry episode. Those were all created by our very own DM Peter, so let's give a big shout out to him.
You're welcome.
Speaking of shout-outs, we've had a few follows and a few subscriptions. Harlem Hale hit us up last week with a 5-month subscription. Scarred Face Fairy gave us a follow about 7 days ago. Yazov, Lunar owns Twitch. Lunar_owns Twitch.
He owns Twitch.
He owns Twitch.
Owns Twitch.
Lunar,
oh,
or they own
goodness.
Twitch.
Lunar owns Twitch.
Lunar owns Twitch. Thanks, Lunar. And I think we shouted it last time. Dave009 with the 10-month subscription keeps it going. I am Shazam with the big gift sub as well.
Thanks, Travis.
Yeah. So, take it away, Peter.
No. All right. It's so weird now that I'm here with everybody and everyone. I'm like the energy. But anyways, previously on DD&D. After being dismissed by the tribunal for further deliberation on the most recent attack in the Everlasting Ward, the party found themselves back at the Dragon's Lair Tavern. While enjoying drinks, they ran into a little altercation with another dwarf bard named Talbot, who hails from Grjorn's homeland. After some words and some fists were exchanged, the head of the guard in charge of dispersing the fight asked the party to see the Zune in the morning. After they slept the night of drinking off, they made their way over to the Zune, and after a brief history on the Komodan military, he then in turn asked them to meet with the tribunal in the Everlasting Spire, as someone came asking for them. Upon the arrival at the tribunal doors, no one was there to greet them. The party made their way down a small hallway that opened into a large glass-domed library. Perry's attention seemingly was grabbed by something, and he departed down the book stacks in search of it. And that's where we last left off. I think we have headphones now? We can do headphones now?
We got headphones now.
Okay.
I believe so.
I got some snare in my headphones. Oh, wow. Yeah, cool.
We're back.
All right.
This way we can all keep track of who's talking louder than others.
Yes, yes. The morning sun shines through the glass. Through the glass in the domed room, bathing the room in warm light. After a moment of shuffling, you hear nothing but footsteps off in the distance, then silence. The sound of a book falling to the ground echoes throughout the room, and then silence again. Now, Bo, Grjorn, Waawaatesi, you're all standing in the middle of this marble-floored library and dead silence. You hear just a echo out, and that's it.
Did you guys hear that?
I definitely heard that.
Was I still kind of like inebriated at this point?
No, you guys
No,
had
you
slept.
were fine.
It's the morning. You had slept everything off. It was the next day. You're not
But
hungover.
wasn't I?
No, you were fine.
Isn't this where we came in with the runic energy was messing with my brain
No, that was
ages ago?
ages ago. Don't worry.
It's bringing it back.
So yeah, everyone's sober, and well, I hope, but we're all quiet here. So, what are you gonna do?
So what do you think that sound was?
I was. That sounds really loud. I was closer to Perry than anybody else was, right?
So
Because
you,
him and I kind of took off together, but then separated.
yeah. So Borok and Grjorn were beside each other, kind of messing around a little bit of a table with a stack of books, and Waawaatesi, you and Perry had walked a few stacks further, and then something caught Perry's attention,
And he took off.
And he took off, and as you seemingly turned around, he wasn't there.
So I would have heard it closer than they would have, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go towards where I heard the noise from.
Okay. Do you want to roll investigation?
Yes. I want to roll investigation. Um, 14.
14. Okay. So, actually, I'll give you an answer in a second. What are you two doing right now?
Well, would I have heard that? The book?
You would have heard
Yeah.
what sounded like a book falling off a shelf and just landing on a marble floor.
Right. That would have spooked me if we were the only people there, right? So
Yeah.
I would say if I heard that, then I'd be curious to know what it was,
Okay.
considering everything that happened previous to this point.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would try and make my way over to.
Roll investigation as well.
All right.
Well, don't leave me out. I'm coming.
It's a 15.
It's a 15. All right.
He didn't roll the right dice.
Oh, you D10? You roll D10 or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
17.
17. All right. Well, since y'all are kind of around the same number range, it takes about 15 minutes to kind of search through all these stacks. And as you're kind of finding what's happening here, there's one thing that's evident. Perry's not here. And you all seem to pinpoint where that book fell. Waawaatesi was the first one to get there, and you see a book just laying on the ground. One side of the stack, you're standing, Waawaatesi, and on the other side of the row, beside the stacks, Grjorn and Bo show up.
Don't touch the book. Can I do an Arcana check on the book?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you guys seen Perry? Where's Perry?
He was with me, but then he left.
What do you mean?
Like I just turned around and he was gone.
Don't touch the book.
What's wrong with the book?
I don't know. Could be magic.
Well, is it magic?
I don't know. I rolled an 18.
So you look at it's just an ordinary book.
I don't think so. What's the name of the book?
I'm going to pick up the book.
Oh,
Okay, so as Grjorn kind of bends down to go look at the book, Waawaatesi already just picks it up and goes, and you read the side of the book. Wait, you know how to read common, right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay. The pioneers.
it's a legit question.
Yeah, it's a legit question. The pioneers of the arcane age.
What's it say, Waawaatesi?
The pioneers of the arcane age. Whatever that means.
Can I see it?
Just toss it over.
I'm gonna skim through it, try to get an idea of what it's all about.
Yeah, you don't have to roll anything on it. You just taking some time, you go look in it. It's a history book essentially on magic and the people that shaped Vamain and Azlos as a whole right now. In the current age, which you would know the arcane age is right now.
Okay.
Perry. Perry.
Oh, don't whisper it. Scream it.
Well, we don't know who else is here.
Well, if they got Perry, we're going after him.
Well, who knows if they have Perry? We don't even know where the fuck Perry is. He was just here.
It's almost perilous.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Okay, I
not
gotta
the
go.
time. It's not the time. Oh. Let's
I'm
find
going
Perry.
to,
Perry!
Oh,
Perry! Grjorn just yells like, Perry! And all you hear is, Perry, 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 Perry. And then all of a sudden you hear off in the distance, yes?
Did you hear that?
did I hear that?
You all heard it.
Oh.
And as you hear that, you see a black-scaled Dragonborn wearing long robes, very, very old-looking, kind of shuffle by and goes, what are you doing in the sanctum? Bless you.
Waawaatesi, that was almost a good one.
I held it in. I didn't want to like spit all over the mic and stuff.
Well, this old fella over here, he had you covered.
Where? This is the Anthenium. What are you doing here?
Well, I don't know if you're completely aware or not, but we are protectors of the city, and we were over here making sure there was no nonsense going on, and one of our friends is kind of gone missing.
Roll persuasion.
Who's Anthony?
10?
10. Okay. He kind of, his Dragonborn don't really have eyebrows, but they have like these scaled eyebrows, and he kind of furrows them. And he goes, oh, yes, I remember. You were with the tribunal.
Aye, that's us.
Yes.
Who are you looking for?
Well, he's about yay big.
Looks like a boy.
Looks like a little child with a mustache, and
Do you mean a halfling?
Aye.
yeah, yes.
Yes. No, I do. I've studied here. You know, I know what halflings are, but I am unfortunately sorry we have not seen a halfling here.
Well, I appreciate your candor with this. If you would give me a quick second, I'm just going to do a little magical incantation to see if I can find them in the area. So I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Which way
the
did you come from?
Object is the parry.
Yeah, which direction?
I came from my quarters, and he points over a far way that you. It's like a hallway that's branching up that you haven't been down.
Well, how come where's everybody else? Last time we were here, there were plenty of people.
Well, this is morning, and if we are in the scaled court, we would be probably breaking our fast right now.
In the cafeteria. Or wherever.
In the dining hall.
Aye, that's the same thing.
I must ask, do you have permittance to be in here?
Yeah, we were sent here by Zun.
Definitely. Yeah, Zunamrik sent us here.
I don't remember specifically calling for anyone to come to the scaled court or the Anthenium.
Anthony said we could be here.
Anthony said we could be here.
Who is this Anthony?
What?
Anthony. Sounds like Anthony.
There's no Anthony here. You cast locate objects, right?
Yeah, I cast them.
What do you like?
So
focusing on?
whatever parry you like, parry's magical. What's it called?
His cat figure.
His cat figure.
Yeah, I knew you were trying to say.
Yeah, you knew where I was going with it.
So you in your ranger-ish pose, you touch the ground and you a shockwave goes out, but there's no ping back. It's just nothing.
Any luck, Bo?
No. There's no way he can get that far without, in this amount of time, without us knowing.
Something wonky's going on here.
Maybe we should split up. I don't know. Sir, is your name also Perry? You did come over here when we were calling for a guy named Perry, and you showed up. So
no, Perry is not a regional name. This is something I was. That's kind of stood out to me. My name is Lamina Nastuk.
Lamina. Is that not an effeminate Dragonborn name?
No, Lamina.
Like a boy named Sue scenario?
Lamina. And he kind of just puts his clawed hands up to his forehead and goes, Lamina is a religious title brought forth for the devout of Bahamut.
Oh, well,
My name is Nastuk, but you must address me as Lamina Nastuk.
okay, Lamina Nastuk. Nice Tuk.
Mean? Does that mean you're mean?
No. Did you see the halfling running around here?
No, as I usually walk these halls in the morning before breaking my fast, it is odd. You said there are people here when you came in.
Oh, yes, we believe so.
How long ago was this?
Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, like 5-10 minutes ago, something like that.
This wouldn't have made sense because we were all in the dining hall for our fast.
So we weren't in here 5 minutes ago? Or you were here 5 minutes
No
ago?
one is in here except, well, seemingly you three and your missing friend.
Maybe we need to go to the dining hall. I bet you he found some food.
All
Do you have remittance?
Yes?
Well,
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion or deception?
Deception, sorry.
Okay. I think it's the same. 10.
I'm sorry, you do not have the clearance.
Should have went with persuasion.
Yes, you should have. I will kindly ask you to vacate the Anthenium. If you have no...
We're not leaving here without our friend.
well, hold on a second. He's obviously not here. Or else I would have gotten a ping, right?
What if he dropped that somewhere?
Well, I would have got that too. I would have got a whole, like it would have been him. That's his magical focus. That's what he uses to cast his spells. I don't think he would leave that willy-nilly somewhere. So, I think
What about the
if
Sally
we...
Tulip?
Well, that we're not supposed to talk about that.
Okay.
We didn't say anything. I think if we go back, he's not anywhere in this area. There's no way he could, because it's a 1,000-foot radius.
Where'd he go, Bo?
I don't know where he went, but I think if we go back, let's go back to the tavern, because maybe he's just going to meet up with us there. Maybe we...
Did you
Something
check the
happened.
lavatory?
Well, like I said,
That's a good question.
I can just see things in the area. They'll ping.
You watch people in that stinky place?
No, I don't watch them. For fuck's sakes.
But you can see them.
No, I can't. I just get a light. It's like a light thing.
Lamina Nastuk is standing there and he's kind of steeples his fingers. He's like, I think what your friend is trying to say and you're not picking up is, well, essentially, that he used magical means to detect his friend or your friend who is no longer here.
He's right. Yes, that is exactly what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So
Do you use magic to watch people in the stinky place?
No.
you don't even use the stinky place. So why are you fucking bothered by this? You go in the fucking tree.
Because you made me go in there.
Well, yeah, use it more.
All right, we'll deal with that emotional scar later. Right now, Perry is missing.
Perry's missing. We should go back to the tavern.
I'm not leaving without my cuddle buddy.
And see if he's went back there looking for us. I don't know how we got separated at this point, but
Oh, something don't smell right. And that's worse than the stinky place.
we should look inside this book and see if there's anything. For some reason, that book has some importance because it's on the ground. If video games have taught me anything.
Excuse me, Lamina Nastuk.
Yes.
Would it be possible to take this book with us?
Seeing as I am leaving for my pilgrimage to the Barrens, I will just ask that you bring it back in time. I'll be gone off to the sands for a while. So if you don't mention that you came in here, I will let you take this.
All right. Well,
That
thank you.
seems like a fair enough deal to me. Yeah.
Quickly, Dwarf,
Right?
I see those tattoos on you.
Yes.
Those are interesting. And he kind of comes in closer and he leans in and he's like, do you mind?
Nope.
He reaches his hand out and he kind of lifts your beard and he sees the runic tattoos on the side and he goes,
Personal.
This is very, very interesting.
I think you found a new cuddle buddy.
Do you? Please, let me ask you something. Do you know about the stone in the sands?
I am searching for it.
Oh,
Well, sort of.
this is interesting. When I do my pilgrimage, the Grjorn Barons, they have this stone in the sands, but we don't call it by that name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much you know about our history, but we go there for a pilgrimage to the Grand Temple of Bahamut once a year. Now, this is what is interesting. The stone in the sands is a singular mountain within the Grjorn Barons that has been fabled to house some ancient power. And in my younger years, I went to explore, and I saw these runic etchings, I guess you can say, on the door. It's very interesting.
Do you remember what they look like?
What you look like on your neck?
The same.
Yeah, give or take, but I see a few some symbols there that I remember.
And you say you're traveling there now.
I mean, a few of us always travel there every once in a while, but this is a long trip and you need knowledge of the sands before.
Have you ever taken non-laminas?
Laminas?
Laminas?
Laminas. Yeah.
No, I have not, and unfortunately I do not have the power to do that. But I see as you are here, you are a studious type, you have a book in your hand.
Very studious.
I feel remiss if I did not give you this information before I left. Now please, as a gift, please take this book.
Right, thank you.
Make sure it is brought back in time, and I will be going. And he turns around and he starts to walk. He pretty much walks out into a hallway and disappears, and just by yourself now.
What a helpful old man.
He has information I need, but we have to deal with Perry.
Well, let's deal with Perry first. He said he's not leaving yet. So, find where the fuck Perry went. And then maybe they need bodyguards through the sands. I know you've been
That's what
talking
I was
about.
thinking.
I knew you've been talking about this place for a while, so that could be good. But for right now, we should go to where the food is because Perry likes to eat.
Yeah. He does wander.
He does wander.
Belly first kind of fella.
Yeah.
So you all are moving out and moving on.
Ooh, can I look at this book first?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Go
here.
ahead. Go ahead.
What type of check do you want me to do?
Just doing an investigation.
It's a 13.
Okay. So there's a lot of boring parts in this book going on about history and pretty much how magic was really cultivated from the land and brought forward. But it's going to take a little bit more reading to kind of dig down and, not try and fall asleep while reading this. It's just giving you more of a little bit more of an overview of the first few ages.
Well, I think I'm going to have to take some time with this later on, but at first glance, there isn't anything that I can really see that would jump out at us. So,
Yeah, it just seemed like history.
yes.
But Bo. I'm getting the feeling that maybe there's a setup thing happening here.
What do you mean?
Well, nobody's here. And they sent us here. And when we told the Lamina that they sent us here, he said he had no clue what we were talking about.
Well, can you message
Yeah.
the...
I'm gonna put my finger to my ear and message Perry. Like, Perry! Where the hell did you go?
No response.
What about Zune Almeric?
Well, I'm trying Perry again. Perry! I think you can whisper. Like, it doesn't have to be loud when you respond. If you're in danger, just say, "Oh."
No response. No response.
Damn it. I'm not hearing back from him.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Whoa, girl.
This isn't looking good, man.
I'm getting nervous.
Let's go to the tavern. He knows to go back to the tavern. He's like, it's like a small child, right? Like you go to a meeting point where it's like what do they call that in emergency situation? A muster point.
Okay.
It's a muster point. We're gonna go back there, and Perry's gonna be there. No problem.
What do you think, Waawaatesi?
Wouldn't you have seen if he was there though?
Well, I don't know how far that is exactly.
The tavern's a ways away.
Oh.
If it's past 1,000 feet, then no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I think we should just go. Let's go. Let's try it out.
I'm afraid to keep walking around in here. We going?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's haul ass.
All right.
Or, sorry, one last thought. Waawaatesi, you have, you can turn into different animals. I know that, right?
No.
It's okay. Don't let me. Please. Is there anything that you have in your repertoire that you might be able to like sniff out his scent?
Yes.
It's a hound.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Or a wolf. They can do the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna do my wolf again.
I would do a wolf in the
That's a
city.
little too loud.
Fine.
You know what I mean? Or a mastiff actually is the option, not a hound.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you can at least sniff and see if you can find his scent.
Okay, I will do that.
So
And then you can walk with us to the tavern and see if you pick it up along the way.
So what shape of a hound are you taking? Are you going like traditional bloodhound or
Traditional bloodhound, but like black and like the longest, floppiest little ears.
that like represent your braids? Absolutely, I love it. So
Keeping it on brand.
Waawaatesi in preparation kind of starts to hunch over, and as she starts to hunch over, she turns into this oddly colored bloodhound with the longest ears that almost like hit the floor as she's moving along, and immediately like, and as like a traditional hunting dog would, just points off out into the to the distance.
Follow her.
All right.
So are you, I hate to ask this, are you leashing Waawaatesi?
I always leash Waawaatesi, so yes.
Did you bring another one of those for Perry? Jeez.
I didn't think we'd need one.
Bo takes a little bit of rope and just throws it around, and Waawaatesi starts pulling at the ground. You can hear on the marble floor like the nails like she's trying to get out. You do have a scent of Perry. You don't know how fresh it is, but you're following your gut, and as you are you all exiting now the Anthenium?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you exit out the Anthenium through the hallway you came, there seems to be a little bit more commotion going on. Suddenly you see a group of guards rush past you, and they're speaking Draconic. You pick up something, and you say, "She went that way. She went that way. She's wearing a red dress." And you see a bunch of people like green and red Dragonborn, all in like fairly ornate armor, running out towards
They're going
out from the everlasting spire and in towards the Iltesh ward further on. You just see them kind of running out the gate. There's whistles blowing, and there's people like you can see like some more like refined.
Can I like try to stop somebody?
They're looking for a lady in the red dress. They're looking for a lady in the red dress.
What's going on?
That's all I picked up.
They don't even pay any attention. You see a few noble looking Dragonborn kind of all like shocked, and some of them are like clutching their pearls. Another one is kind of like whispering to another one, and you don't really care because you got that scent, and you just continue pushing, and she's just pulling you now, you forward. But there is commotion, and it's exiting the everlasting spire.
Is the scent you have, Perry? I'm talking to you, dog.
Talking to you, dog. I can't talk back, so.
No, but you can bark once if you have Perry's scent.
Ow!
Perfect. Do we just keep going
direction?
Is it the same direction that we're going? That they're
It's
going?
in the same direction.
It's in the same direction. It's like the path that you all like would have taken from the Iltesh ward into the like pretty much.
We're following these people.
Yeah, it's in the same direction.
All right. Well, let's follow the hound. Let's go.
Let's go.
The clinking and clattering of armor is just you can hear it like almost like at a steady pace, like running in front of you, and you still have the Waawaatesi walking a little bit further off into the distance and pulling at you all. But now you can see that this group of guards has spread out, and they're like looking into alleys, and they're kind of poking their head around, and you see Zun Amaruk actually like remember the room that you all the building you guys went in for that interrogation? Mm-hmm. He's outside of this now as you're walking into the Iltesh ward, and he's just kind of like looking confused, and you see one of the like a little bit more of a finer looking guard come up, and finer armor, not attractively, but and
I was going to ask.
I knew that was coming. That's why I took that off. And he just kind of like nods, and he's like, and you hear him like look behind him, say something, and you see a few more of the normal looking city guards coming out and moving out and start looking around now.
I'm gonna go to the Zune. Zune! Is everything okay? What's going on? We lost one of ours.
What?
Perry, the halfling, you know, the one that was afraid of you?
You see like this larger frame, kind of grizzled looking Dragonborn kind of go, I don't know if this is related. There was a theft of a pretty interesting locket from one of our nobles. This is her contingency, running out and looking out to see what's going on. What are you talking about? The little one?
Yeah, the Perry, the halfling that was with us. He's disappeared. You sent us here. We came here, and he disappeared.
Completely disappeared.
Like God.
Like nothing.
Magically cannot source him.
After meeting with the tribunal,
We didn't meet with the tribunal. He disappeared.
No. That doesn't make sense. What? Then who came down here and asked me to have you all go to the tribunal then? There was no one there?
No.
We got scolded for being in there.
We met Lamina.
Whatever. One of those words. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Those they don't matter.
Okay.
So there was no red dragonborn there to meet you.
No.
You would have
heard a book drop. Went to go find Perry. He was gone.
Who's the red dragonborn?
She broke up the fight. I had sent her out because there was a disturbance at the Dragon's Lair, and you guys were all fighting in there.
Aye.
Well, that happened, yeah.
So I sent them out, and then they told me that they got word from one of the Laminas to meet them at the tribunal.
Well, there was no one there.
Okay. I have to look into this.
Some
Leave
fishy's
this.
going on.
This might be connected. Leave this with me, and I'll get back to you. I have a lot of other things to deal with right now. Best of luck finding Perry. I'm assuming he points at the dog with like the droopy.
Yeah, it's Waawaatesi.
Hello.
Waawahoundy.
Okay. All right. I have to go, and he kind of like goes inside.
She's on to something.
You haven't bathed in a couple days, have you?
It's been a busy couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No time for joking.
All right, let's go. Sorry.
All right.
Can I? Is it okay if I? I'll do this. I'm gonna touch my hand. I'm gonna send you a message in your head and be like, "It's okay if I talk to you this way. It's way easier sometimes."
It's like almost hearing, like internally, and also as someone was like calling you on the phone right beside you. It's like that. He's kind of like jarred, and he's like, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I didn't want to impose.
Well, it's very polite for you to ask.
Well, already in there.
Already in my head.
Yeah.
Get out of my head. Okay, so y'all are now still in the Old Tash Ward. You can see the guard is out and about. They're looking, they're almost like overturning things. They're kind of like pushing people to the side and like almost seeing if they're wearing like a red dress, and there's no red dress there. There's just people still looking.
We'll keep our eyes peeled as well.
Yeah. Do you still have Perry scent?
You do.
Let's follow her. Let's go.
This episode of DD&D is ASMR friendly.
Yes. Well,
Stop it.
okay, now.
All right.
Following the hound dog.
All right, so Waawahoundy is now bringing you forward. Now you're into the one of the wards. The why am I blanking my name? I'm so sorry. Blanking on the name of the ward. You're in the Sildak ward, which is the merchant area, and it seems like a lot of places have been like kind of cleared out because of this whole guard contingency. Waawahoundy, can you please? Can you please roll a well, what's your passive perception as a hound?
As a hound? Passive perception is 13.
It's 13. All right. You get the hint of you see just the tail end of a red dress sneaking behind an alleyway.
I think she's on to something.
What is it, Lassie? Is Timmy falling down the well?
So like a freaking chihuahua.
So
I was not expecting that sound of that dog.
I was not expecting that. I think a lot of us. I'm sorry, viewers. The ASMR really backfired.
Yeah.
So you hear like this like just barking like crazy. You're currently in the tented section of the Sildak where all these like little hovels and alleyways of vendors are, and Waawahoundy is now pushing you to one specific alley.
Okay.
And
I'm just like desperately trying to keep up.
okay,
I'm,
you're here. You're
Short leg.
Yeah.
it's tough sometimes.
As
It's hard out here for Tim.
That's not what I was going to go with.
I don't know why I did. I'm sorry.
What's the song?
It's a hard not like.
as you turn the alleyway into the alleyway, Bo and Waawaatesi, you can see a female in a long red flowing like ball gown dress jumping onto like a bunch of crates and then getting on to a roof. And as you look up to the roof, the sun is kind of blocking your eyes there, and you almost see this like silhouette, and almost instantly this red dress just kind of like just
She
disappears,
naked?
and then you see antlers kind of silhouetted in the sunlight, and then just darts off into the distance.
Well, I found the red dress. I don't know.
The red dress, now caught by the wind,
As
flies.
soon as I see it, I want to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Dissonant whispers.
Yeah.
What is that again?
You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction if available. Oh, this is stupid.
But this is a piece of clothing, right?
Oh, it's not a. I don't see the person. I just
No,
see
it's
the
just-
clothing.
No, it's a piece of clothing flying now. Like the wind's caught it, and it like just lands in a pile.
But we saw the antlers.
Yeah, well,
We did.
You didn't. You're as you said,
Okay,
you're
fair
struggling.
enough, fair enough.
You and Bo and Waawaatesi saw like the kind of the silhouette, like silhouetted by the sun, like just these antlers kind of, and off into the distance. And now this red dress kind of floats in the wind, just down, and rests on the sandstone floor in this alleyway as the guards are running by.
Was that her?
I think so. Wawa Houndy, do you have Perry scent still?
Do I have Perry sense still?
Yeah, you still have Perry's hand. This is kind of, you just got like distracted real quick.
Is it still in the same direction, like that we're
You're
going?
still
or
like
is it-
you're still like kind of. This was a little bit of a veer off, so you immediately turn around and point through the Nalmus ward. To the Nalmus ward, which is the residential where the dragon's lair in is. So
I would say we stay away from that red dress.
Stay away,
Yeah, we weren't after that.
but it might be connected.
Could be, but we don't want to be caught with it. All right.
I think she's trying to say something.
Wawa Wawa Houndy, let's go.
once again pulling you away from the scene. As you're just exiting the alley, you hear in Draconic, which Bo can actually pick up. He hears like the dress is over here, and like they just as you're leaving, you just kind of hear that off in the distance, and
Okay.
your eyes.
Then I'm going to touch my ear and I'm going to be like, Zune, I think we found the red dress here, but we're moving on. So your soldiers can see us.
Got it. Thank you. This is still. I'm getting used to this.
Roger that.
Okay. How are you? Is this how you end it?
Well, I'm good. We 10-4 over.
Okay, bye. Now Waawaatesi is pushing through the market stalls and people kind of walking through. The guards haven't seemed to kind of coalesce in this area, so it seems a little bit more normal. Like there's still market stalls, people selling fruits, fabrics, spices. You know, you saw where you thought you saw the children gang, Bo. You know, there's blacksmith and all that stuff.
The gangs exist.
But Waawaatesi still pushes you through next into the Nalmus ward, the final outermost ring, the residential area, and lo and behold, brings it right up to the door of the dragon's lair inn.
All right, well, inside we go.
Bo.
Yeah.
Lean
what?
over there. I think maybe she just found the sense of him walking into the place. Now we just backtrack to where we started.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance that just happened, but we got to check it out because we're here already.
What about the red dress? Red dragon.
Well, I don't think the red dress had anything. It might have had something to do with this, but I mean, it's not our fault. I don't think.
All right, let's go inside.
Yeah.
As you, it's getting close to about afternoon, so you're not really getting. It's not too busy as you walk in here, but as you begin to start to open the door, Waawaatesi kind of pushes her way through the door with this scent, and the door like smacks on the side of the wall, Cipher, can you describe what they see?
I can.
Oh, crit! In a second.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Pause for dramatic effect. And Greg sucks.
It was a layer.
Please hold.
Please hold. It was exciting.
Hey, folks, thanks for being
Ruined
here.
it. There we go! Yay!
It's working!
A new challenger enters.
This challenge.
Hey, everybody, put your hands together in the chat for Miss Trail Mixon officially joining us here on the DD&D show.
Woo! You can also put your hands together in real life, and just scare your family.
Yeah!
That's really,
screen.
I need to leave. This is weird. Okay, so what do they see? Well, first they would enter into the tavern, and it's a normal bustling afternoon, I'm sure. DM.
No, it's not. It's actually fairly quiet.
It's very quiet this afternoon. I lied. They would see, they would probably see this crying little old lady hunched over, kind of very much a poverty-stricken woman, crying, and a figure has a hand on her shoulder comfortingly, and they're talking kind of in low tones and sharing an intimate moment, and you see holding out to the old lady, and she's cradling in her hands this little, silver gold locket. And this figure, this mysterious figure, about 6'1", 220 pounds, pretty lithe, but also really pretty tall and stuff. They've got long peach-colored hair. It's kind of got like Viking braids style. But it's like shaved along one side with all these patterns carved into it. You see that she has a fawn form, or they have a fawn form. So they have fawn legs of this light cream-colored fur legs. She's wearing this kind of buttery yellow leather armor, and she's got this sunset-colored flowing robe behind her, and a case on her back that looks like it might hold an instrument, and also these two wicked-looking whips on her hips. And she's kind of got these gold-flecked, sparkly freckles along her face. And down, if you can catch the glimpse of some tattoos of vines running down her neck. You can catch glimpses of it past her armor. And she has soft-colored brown antlers. That's what you see.
The old lady.
That's like the greatest description. Let's flag.
Yeah, I know.
I wrote it down.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Very excited to do this. The old lady, and it's an older Dragonborn. And she's almost like she's green scaled, but like it's the green's fading, and she looks up at this fawn and going like, did you find it?
I did find it for you, and it wasn't even that hard. Would you believe it? It was quite fun, actually. I found it. Definitely didn't have to hurt anyone for it. Just went back and took it from that asshole. And I just, both hands on her shoulders, and I just kind of stroke her shoulders, and I would maybe keep that under your cloak from now on so no one can try to take that from you.
And she reaches out her hand, and you place in this ornate gold locket with it almost looks like a rose, but inside the roses there's this little dragon's head, and with these ruby eyes. And you lay it in her hand, and she just kind of clutches it for a second and puts it over her head and begins to get up. But as she gets up, it's like she's just so shrunken in age that she's almost hunched over and just kind of hops off the stool and begins to move her way out. And she says, I will not forget what you've done for me.
Oh, it wasn't nothing. I was very glad to help.
And this old lady walks.
The old lady. I want to inside check that old lady.
Go ahead.
Because it was stolen from somebody.
Oh,
Yeah. 14.
I just caught up.
Welcome to the party.
14?
Yep.
And what are you looking for?
So we know that locket was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
She had the red dress on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who it was stolen from. This lady in my brain, because I don't trust nobody no more, could be somebody that's just like pretending to be an old lady to take the locket and then disappear down the road.
But we also saw the antlers in the...
She's got the antlers.
And she's got antlers.
So, this is where I'm at.
I caught up. I'm going.
Okay.
with you. I think
Okay. So
Okay.
as the old lady's leaving, she kind of like hobbles her way past.
I kind of help her off the chair and walk her.
Yeah, you're walking her a little bit to the door, and like you see this half-orc. And you know what? We'll take a second where everyone can kind of describe what their characters look like, just to help. But I'll just say, you see this half-orc lean in really close to this old lady and kind of is just like, all right, that checks out.
Just kind of,
she's
I kind of bristle a little bit, and I'm like, as I realized what you were doing, I was like, okay, she's fine. Wanted to make sure you weren't going to hurt her.
And now Waawaatesi, who are you sniffing?
Get all up in there.
I'm going to sniff them both.
You sniff the old lady up her leg, and then you sniff I'm assuming you would only have a hoof.
Yeah.
This cloven hoofed foot of a fawn, and you kind of, but this smell, like you smelled this before as a kid, you know, a youngling, you would have seen fawns or deers, so it does actually smell a little deer-like in that sense. But
She
nothing
knows
out of the
what
norm. Yeah,
Both dead and alive.
yeah. This one's alive.
Would Cipher know that could she make an insight check to know if it's a person or a dog? To know if it's a druid?
I mean, if you want to look down at the dog and
as it's sniffing my foot.
sure, go ahead and do an investigation check.
That is 11.
11. So, all aside from the extremely long ears and the off coloring of this bloodhound, it doesn't seem too weird that it's a dog sniffing you.
Then I'll kind of crouch down in front of it, and I'll put my hand out for it to sniff, like in proper dog greeting fashion. I like your ears, little one.
I'll like put my head in and it'd be like, like the whole leg thing.
Be like, I'll give a good scratch, and then we go into a belly scratch, and it just gives a good scratch.
Been a long
It's
time.
like you folks have a lovely dog.
So how about
Bo was taking is drawing an arrow just in case and going, so did you steal that locket? They're looking for that locket. What's the story here?
I just want to say,
Waawaatesi, what are you doing?
as he's doing that, I'm just bulldozing through, bypassing everybody, looking for Perry. Like, and I'm just walking in, looking. I'm already oblivious to what's going on. At the
did we
front.
want to do a quick pause so everyone can kind of describe what your characters look like?
Yeah, we can do
For
that.
the theater of the mind.
Sure.
For Cipher.
Borok is a 6-foot half-orc, more on the human side than on the orc side, but he still has a couple little tusks there. He is, his hair is kind of similar to this, a little tousled. He is wearing at the time, black, kind of like leather vest with no shirt, anything underneath, with a regular leather pair of riding pants
Azlos chaps.
and boots, not assless chaps. He has 2 ornate hand axes located on his sides, and a beautiful ornate bow strung across his back with a quiver. And then he has a red blood-colored war paint that runs from the bridge of his nose across his eyes, across under his eyes, and his coloration is like a light gray green, yeah, like more of a charcoal gray, because he's from the northern, I guess the plains. Sorry.
eat the mic, Ty.
Oh, can they not hear me?
No, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
No,
that's
Ethan said to eat the mic.
Eat the mic. I can't eat it anymore than I'm already eating it.
It'll be internal sounds after.
He can't eat it anymore. He won't go over any farther.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
I have a script To you, he may be an older dwarf. To other dwarfs, he's mid-aged. The sides of his heads are shaved, revealing runic tattoos that carry down his neck, covering his body. He has long black dreads that hang tied behind his head, almost as long as the beard up front, which is neatly kept down to his knees. Neatly kept. 2 chunky braids frame his beard, each adorned with gold and jeweled and crested beard rings. His skin is dark, his complexion rough, and his demeanor is that of a grizzled old man. He wears little armor save a single pauldron over his left shoulder and commands the room. And fingerless gauntlets. Good night, learn how to read. He stands 4'6", which is tall for a dwarf, and his stature seemingly commands the room. Across his back rests a large circular metal instrument. At his waist are 2 axes hanging from a thick-set belt held together by a massive buckle adorned with some scripts and imagery. He carries a large black leather satchel almost the size of him, full of his instruments, writing utensils, and other required equipment. He wears several chain necklaces of different weights and styles. His shirt is a tank top merino that reveals further tattoos across his chest. His pants are black leather, and he wears black leather cavalier boots, tastefully bejeweled with neon green and obsidian highlights.
Keyword tastefully.
His wrists are adorned with bracelets and other ocean jewelry like shells and shark teeth, amongst other miscellaneous sea-like creatures. His overall look is 1 part islands, 1 part city, 1 part warrior.
Wow. I got all that split second from you.
Oh, you are.
Oh, you just see a dog.
I just see the cutest dog with the cutest ears.
Long, abnormally long ears, kind of black and tan kind of coloring. Drool? Yeah, drool. Drool.
Always.
Licking
just
everything.
But you're in the middle of petting her, so she's just on her back,
loving it.
As you got all those, kind of looked and saw everyone here, Grjorn just pushes his way through, doesn't even care, and just starts looking in
I'm my
the bar.
own kind of hound dog. I'm looking for bear.
So you barge in. What are you doing? You see the bartender. You see the Incan, the bartender.
Is that his name?
Incan, yeah.
Incan, do you remember the little one that was with us? Not me, the other little one. Did he come back here? Have you seen him?
Oh, yes. The little one, you mean the one with the mustache?
Aye, that's the one with the poofy hair.
Oh, yes, the one who wanted me to make him that Shirley Temple.
Yes, surely you remember him.
Yes, big success here.
No laughs this time? For goodness sake, that's twice.
I'm sorry. Well, there hasn't been anyone here that... The only person I can see that's come here looking for you is this other dwarf.
Oh, Talbot.
He was on his way out of town, and he just wanted to see if you were still here to share a few words. But that's the only people that I've seen come in here.
Should have spent more time building his loot.
Okay.
So I'm still petting this dog, and I'm listening to this conversation while that's happening. And I kind of look up from the dog, and I eye you as you have a arrow knocked. My eyes flick from you to the bow, back up to you. And I just keep petting the dog, nice and slow movements, nothing crazy. I say, sounds like you might be searching for someone?
Well, yes, we are, but how did you get that locket?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just saw it. We just saw you hand that old lady a locket.
Oh, that locket. Yes, though I did give her a locket, yes.
Yes, and you had a red dress on at some point.
I did?
And I saw your horns.
Oh, yes, those come out.
You jumped over a building.
I do tend to jump a lot.
Why were you doing that?
Oh, it's a long story. Do you want to have a beer and we can talk about it?
Well, I'm very torn right now.
I'd be absolutely happy to discuss it with you. It just really... The arrow in the face is a little bit unnerving. If it was other phallic symbol, maybe, but not this.
I get that. Well,
I'm trying to be as disarming as possible.
I lowered my weapon because bow is all right. Yeah, okay. All right.
For what it's worth, I mean you no harm. I just want to pet the dog.
Now the question is, how long are you keeping the shape for before it gets awkward?
It's gonna be. I'm just loving the. I'm just loving the pets.
Okay, well you're keeping it up. All right.
Going from belly to ears to back to belly.
Damn it, Waawaatesi!
Who's this Waawaatesi you keep talking about?
Where's Perry? Where'd the locket come from? Fuck!
Well, how about I tell you where the locket's coming from, and you tell me what this parrot creature is. That sounds like fun.
At him, like yelling, I'm
Get out
gonna
first, yeah.
We kind of turn around and move into position to support Borok.
Okay, so you know, Inkin's kind of like now is also
Like what?
looked, and he's just still behind the table, like looking, and Grjorn kind of slinks by you, like you almost feel like there's just like this little pressure beside you that you know that stuff pops off. He's gonna be there.
I don't have the arrow knocked. I'm pointing it at her though.
Just in his hand, just like you.
Listen, you're good with words, and I don't know how to take you, but we're really looking for our friend, and you sold that thing, and they're looking for it outside, and honestly, we've gotten into a lot of trouble lately, and I don't really want any fucking more of it. So, tell me what the fuck's going on.
Those flabbergasted.
Do I know the barkeep's name? What was his name?
Inkin, you would have known him.
Incan, darling. Could we get a round of whatever they want? And I have a story to tell them. On me.
Yes, no problem.
Oh, thank you.
On as she's like, whatever they want, I'm gonna like go out of wild shape and be like, drinks?
But the question is, do you wild shape onto the floor like you just like are still like this, but like you're an elf now?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
you,
like, drinks?
you feel
Oh!
you feel beside you like this pressure of this leg pushing up against you. You look down and you see you can describe Waawaatesi if you'd like.
Waawaatesi is a 6-foot elf with a very long, very dark black braid, and she has like golden eyes and golden freckles.
Ooh,
and
freckles.
yes, and I'm wearing like boots that go all the way up my thighs, and that's like my skirt is a short skirt, but it like my boots go just under the edge of my
Love it.
skirt, and I'm wearing like a bone chest plate, and I've got my little
You got a big double-bladed.
yeah, I've got a
double-bladed
double-bladed scimitar.
Fucking awesome. There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
What about your?
She can't see that.
All right, what's its name?
Shut up.
Oh, right. Well, I wish I could say this was the first time that's happened. All right. I'm sorry I did not. I feel like I did not get your consent, but maybe I did because you're a dog, and maybe I don't know. That feels awkward. I'm sorry for violating your body.
I'm not gonna complain.
Okay, as long as we're good. Do you want a drink?
We're good. Yes,
Inkin
drink.
comes by and says, "Oh well, you're lucky. You this is a little bit more around
Do it again.
the lunch
Don't
shift.
do it.
I was just going to say your table that you used last time."
Okay, that's-
And he points over,
The
and you can
perfect
see
table?
You can see, the perfect table with the window right beside it, and the like
That 20 roll.
the
Oh, right. I remember. I was like, what? What's happening?
your,
right.
your
Yeah.
perfect
That.
table. Like there's hanging incense, just burning in the.
I'm glad my perfect table's ready.
Well, throughout this tavern, usually there's
Shittier tables and
incense hanging, like just kind of burning lightly, kind of putting the area in a little bit of light smoke, but nothing else has been lit yet except the incense for that area. And it's on a little bit more of a raised platform, so you can see everyone. You're in the corner, so you can see every exit. It's the perfect table for a party such as yourself. The only thing that's different though is there's just no parry and there's an open seat.
The baby seat, the kid seat.
That is a beautiful table.
I picked it out myself.
Well done. I don't think I've ever seen one quite as magnificent.
That's a lot of
Bo walks
attention.
over and sits down.
Right should make it.
Sits down and puts, like, in frustration, puts the arrow on the table and is visibly kind of like, I'm not getting answers. Like in his head. That's what it is. Like, I'm not getting answers. Everybody seems to be fucking with me.
As you sit down, Incan, brings out. He already knows what everyone wants to drink. He's bringing out a thing. He's like, "Don't worry, this one is on me. You still are kind of under the room and board. You all have your rooms still, even you. Would you like some food to be brought out for you?
Yes, please.
Just maybe a little bit of everything.
Yes, I'll bring the Komodan platter. Yes, I'll bring it out for you. As you were, sorry. I will. And he kind of just backs out.
Thanks, kid.
No problem.
And then the light just flickers off over Perry's seat.
Oh.
Stop that.
Well, I mean, that seat's
Sorry.
open if you want to
We gotta
take it.
give her.
No,
we
if
gotta
you
give
guys
her
are
a
all-
regular chair.
If you guys are all sitting, I would kind of maybe see the empty high chair and kind of look at you guys looking frantic, and maybe I would just slowly drag a chair from another table and put it at this table so I don't have to sit in that seat. I feel like I'm intruding on that chair. So, who goes first? Do you want me to tell you about the locket, or do you want to tell me about this Perry creature? He sounds tiny, pointing to the chair.
You go first.
You go first. Yeah.
Oh, me go first. Okay, well, my name's Cipher. It's nice to meet you, you hostile weirdos. The locket. Basically, asshat from the towers. Very rich, pompous asshole lady. Did I mention she was an asshole? Took that dear woman's locket, her family heirloom, because she's rich and thinks she can have anything she wants because that lady was poor. And I didn't like that, so I found her when I came to town crying on the side of the road, pretty heartbroken, decided to see what I could do to help, and I have a knack for, how do you say?
Thievery.
No! Accumulating
Robbery.
goods that belong to other people.
Stealery.
Or at infiltrating places, maybe?
None
None of these are very flattering terms, but no. That was good.
Sorry.
So that's that. It's not really that crazy of a story. So went in, grabbed the locket, ran out. I'm just good at that kind of thing.
You normally like those kind of jokes, Waawaatesi.
I didn't hear it. That's
I
why
see-
I'm like, what's
He
going
commented
on?
on my ability to infiltrate places.
Yes.
And I think it was
I think I
a
caught
wink,
it.
wink.
It was a sex joke.
And he just met me. He has no idea.
That's already 2 sex jokes since we got in here. It's not even been 5 minutes. You talked about a phallic symbol in her face.
He's not wrong.
I did.
Okay.
Yes, that's that. I can see you feel like you're a little hostile. Your little god friends were hunting for me, and that's totally fair.
I was,
'Cause
but who's the rich lady?
Oh, I don't remember her name.
You never got a name. You just got a
I don't really
description.
care. Yeah, she was just, fat, ugly, rude.
How did you know that?
condescending.
How did you know that old lady was an old lady?
Well, normally when people look that way, actually that's not true. People look some things and they can be totally others. Dog, for instance.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I looked at her eyes and I knew that she was truthful.
Well,
I have a knack for
I
that.
saw that too, actually. So
See, she's a very heartbroken old lady.
But
It was
are,
a-
are you
heirloom.
okay?
it's been a long day. I'm worried about Perry. I don't know this person.
That's right.
I saw them jump over a building.
I'm very good at that.
They were our friends. I don't even know if they're our friends anymore. I'm very confused. I don't like cities.
Why don't we start again? How about this? Again, my name's Cipher. It's nice to meet you. How can I help?
I'm Borok. We're looking for Perry.
Looking for Perry.
That's Gurg.
What?
That's Waawaatesi.
Grjorn and Waawaatesi.
Excuse me.
Grjorn. Fine.
It's nice to meet all of you. Again, I mean you no harm. If you need help, I'm good at helping.
Let me ask the real question.
All right, let's
As
do
you
it.
say that, the
Grug.
food is just brought out on this large platter and just right, and there's just like the heat vapors are coming.
Oh.
There's fresh. There's some fresh meat. There's some lovely rice. I'm not gonna go into it.
You see Bo's demeanor slightly just change.
I just push the plate towards Bo.
Maybe I was a little bit hangry.
You need a Snickers.
I know. Right?
As he
I'm
goes
not
to
myself.
grab food, I'm going to slap his hand.
What?
Let me ask the real questions.
How about it?
What are you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Racist.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's a very good question.
I like her. Can we keep her?
I've never seen one of her.
I believe this form is called a fawn. It's what they call this.
A fawn.
A fawn.
From where?
Some people, I think, there's other people that call it satires. I don't really know.
Satire. That's
Satire,
the kind of comedy.
satyrs? A satyr? Oh, that's the right one.
Yeah.
But I prefer fawn. I think they are slightly different.
Satyr. I don't even know her.
You
Wow.
three have a almost like a faint memory of meeting a satyr in some weird dream. That's the only time you've ever seen a satyr, and that was it.
Looking very confused.
DM, are satyrs the same as fawns? I actually don't remember if that's true.
Yes, I do believe.
I think that they're like fawns a playable race. Oh, satyrs are too.
No,
I don't
yeah,
know.
fawn satyrs are the same thing.
Same thing, same difference. Maybe it's a male-female thing?
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah. Anyway, I believe they call this a fawn.
From where?
Oh, all over, but I hail
Have you ever been to Nibigwa?
Nivigua.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, I feel like you were waiting to say that word at me. No, I've never been to Nivigua. I've been a lot of places, but
I like the way she says it, though.
Nivigua.
She's very charming. I agree with that,
thank
but
you.
I don't trust her that much.
I thought I
at
was
the
the
moment.
charming one, but man, smooth as sandpaper.
She's good with her hands. Thank you. Been told that
gonna be
before too.
There's going to be a lot of sex jokes, isn't there?
I am not from around here. I'm a bit of a nomad. I like to travel. I know that's kind of cliche sometimes, but
Hey, that's
I mean, I think we all
I like to
travel.
travel. But I come from a tiny little hamlet named Cresthaven.
Where is that on this plane?
That is approximately a 92-day walk from here.
That's a long walk.
that's very specific.
Very specific.
Oh, and it's in the whole Trevian Kingdom.
All right. So you're not from the Feywild.
No, I'm not from. No.
What is a Feywild?
It's a complicated.
It's a complicated place.
All right.
No, I'm not from the Feywild. No, I will answer your question honestly. I am not from the Feywild.
That sounds like something from Wizards of the Coast.
Okay. Well, here's our story.
There's wizards on the coast, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Our story's a long one, but we're going to just make it shorter.
Right.
Perry is our friend or travel companion we've been traveling with for the last month.
Perry.
He's
Perry.
like the best of us.
He was one of them.
Hello.
He was very nice.
Oh, hello.
And he was a little
Is that
wizard.
an impression of him?
Yes,
Because
I-
it sounds exactly like you. Hello.
It's kind of like that.
Hello.
Yes. He was a
liked
halfling,
it.
so he was short, and he could do magic stuff.
Oh, yes.
But we have pieced together now that we were told to go into this place. What is the place called again that we had to go to? The
The tribunal
tribunal. We had to go to the tribunal,
where Anthony
Right.
was.
we were supposed to meet them, and nobody met us there. And then there was a sound. There was a book that fell,
Uh-huh.
and then we couldn't find Perry. That's it.
So Perry was there, and now Perry's not there.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And now
But when we
you're
were
here.
chasing Perry.
Yes.
When we were chasing Perry, that's when everybody was looking for you because you
that's
stole
fun,
the locket.
wasn't it? It was fun.
And that's when we saw you.
This is conflicting because
I'm very conflicted right now.
we are very close with the Zoom.
I'm very close with helping old ladies that got robbed. I don't have to tell you. I have nothing against the Zune. I don't know what the Zune are, but I have nothing against them. I don't have anything against anyone.
Are you sure again that old lady wasn't a terrible magic user who was going to use that locket for evil?
I would say 100% sure. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
You know what? I don't care enough about this to really question any further, so that's fine.
If you want, we can go find her again and you can interrogate her and traumatize her.
She's probably
but
just outside the door. She moves very slowly.
That is very accurate. Should probably help her home. No, she'll be fine. Okay, so Perry. Had Perry. Don't have Perry. You don't have magics to find Perry?
I tried my magic
This
to
stuff
find
is
Perry.
really good. What is this?
It's a little bit of everything.
Have you never eaten before, Waawaatesi?
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's been a long life.
It's longer. The longer
I
we hang
know.
out with her, it's like she regresses.
She does regress.
So, my friend,
There's a whole table full of food brought out to us, and nobody's touched
I'm
anything.
trying.
I have been.
I just slowly
You've
slide.
been really you took that large gold golden like metal stamp platter, and you just went, and you just like started just going.
While everybody else is talking, I'm just like,
Berry juice.
I'm just slowly folding charcuterie board pieces onto crackers and like watching, and then I'll make one and slide it towards her, and then I'll make another one. So friends, what brings you, other than Perry and the tribunal and things, to Talrand in the first place?
Oh, that's a longer story.
Oh, great. I like a good story.
All right.
Seems important.
It is important. So, we started out. I met these fine folks. Well, I met Grjorn here about a month ago, and
I wasn't in a
Waawaatesi
tree.
about 7 months previous to that.
When you say it like that, it sounds like you were in a tree.
I was perfectly fine.
Okay, I believe you.
I had everything under control.
I'll make him look good in this particular
I mean, I make
scenario.
myself look good.
Anyway, I'm part of a group called the. Actually, I'm just part of a group tribe. We won't say their name here.
Good catch.
And so there's been a score of Dragonborn Commandant Dynasty people coming in and trying to take over our land space through some resourcing or looking around. We found ourselves here trying to stop a worldwide pandemic of some sorts with a crystal that would latch on to things or people and grow very fast.
Oh no.
And
Is that what happened to Perry?
I don't know, man.
Just going to interrupt you for a sec. Did
Yeah.
you fix that, or am I now contaminated by your crystal germs?
No, we're good.
Okay, just continue,
but
please.
That's not.
I just needed to know that before
That's
I
not
continued.
fixed though. So do not.
Oh,
That is still pending.
That
I'm
is
like,
still pending.
okay. We're gonna have to put a pin in the worldwide pandemic pot.
Yeah,
and I
don't
just continue.
touch any purple, pink crystals.
can I?
Like
I just look at my
literally
body and I'm like,
cement
do I
that
have
in your brain.
purple pink crystals on me? Okay, no.
Shh, Ethan, that's what I'm trying to do.
what's up?
I want to check my leg.
Oh yes.
While they're all like talking, I'm gonna be like,
So as like when you
Look at my
hear Bo bring that up, you're like, you just look up with like your mouth full of food, like, and there's
like
just
hanging
a
out.
mess of rice and meat just dripping off, and you're like, and you like immediately like pull up your leg and you like look around and you're like, but what you see is just that rash that was there. It's still there, but it's not any worse or any better.
okay, it's not like crystally.
No, there's no crystals on it. And
Okay.
by now, it's been quite a few days. Yeah, you would have been in trouble a while ago.
That dang memory.
So we're trying to stop that pandemic. We ended up killing someone because they got infected. We didn't want that to spread. So then we ended up getting arrested, and then we got out of those charges, and we helped the city out, and then the whole Perry thing happened, and now we're here.
This is a lot of priorities.
Oh, it's been one thing after another. You can tell why I'm a little on edge.
I just push a little charcuterie cracker in his direction.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Try it with the applesauce.
Yeah,
it's really
this
good.
kind of look
Yeah.
good, doesn't it? You don't eat like this on the range.
So, I like to think that I'm invested in the world, and if it has a pandemic, that'll affect me. So I will help you if you would like assistance. I was just farting around for a couple days, exploring the town,
Flirting.
trying to just,
Hear that they're chumps of food, like,
just trying to find some fun. And this sounds like fun.
Well, what do you do, I guess?
I save old ladies from mean ladies. But no, what do I do? Ooh, also a loaded question. Well, I can retrieve things.
But why are you here in the city?
Oh, I was just, this was the next stop on my journey of nomadicness.
So you're just nomadically wandering around?
Yep.
I would like to insight check.
go ahead. I mean,
Inside away!
5.
You think I'm telling the truth?
cool.
No, I've not been home in a long time, and I just travel around. That's the truth of it.
That's it. That's it. All right.
Do I need to have a big fancy quest to become a part of this group?
I'll
make
it's
one up.
weird for someone that looks like you look to be in the Comadon dynasty. I haven't seen any other people that
Hence
look
the
like you.
nomadic traveling. If I looked like I lived here, then I probably came from here, but I've
You
traveled
know what? He said
here.
the same thing about me, and I just told him that he wasn't used to looking at pretty people.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ty, I have to step out of character and say for a second, it's weird that a roaming tribesman would say, why are you roaming around? Like, what are you doing?
Got you there, Bo.
He's got me there.
No, I'm just joking.
Bo is frazzled, and Bo's charisma is 0.
That's totally fine.
It's just
You
more
got to
of like,
remember that I'm talking in character.
it's more of the 9th degree.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So, you've been...
He's hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense for him. It doesn't make sense for
Other people.
Other people that aren't him.
So I have a comment to make.
He blew up a wagon for no reason.
He did.
I love that he's now questioning all of his decisions.
From day one.
Every decision is questionable.
I was
Trust
just
me.
joking. I just wanted to point it out. I was like, it's
Love it. It is fun.
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him.
So a comment was made that I was eating meat.
You are eating meat.
You're eating meat.
Mouthfuls
I
of
don't
meat.
eat meat.
Yeah, I know.
Busted.
I asked what it was, and you guys are just like food, and I'm just
It's
eating.
been a while since we played these characters.
So there's like this moment of clarity for Waawaatesi. She looks down and she sees like a turkey bone, like a leg bone, and she's just
Just like start wiping my face. I'm like,
so beside. I'm assuming.
Are you all right?
Are you sitting beside her? So you just turn around, and you just spit a ton of food onto Cipher.
Can I make a dex save to see if I can like duck
Sure, go
to
ahead.
dodge it? Just because I want. 24.
Successfully dodged.
I like slow motion look at her as she's about to spew, and I just duck under it.
Grjorn, are you just accepting it?
No, are you okay?
I asked you what this was, and you didn't tell me.
You asked me.
You said it was food.
It is
Not
food.
inaccurate. It is food.
You didn't tell me that it was animals.
Could you not smell? Could you not smell your burned kin?
Oh, maybe it was not. Let me. What was his name again? Fuck, what was it?
Inkin.
Inkin. This was the vegan meat, right? This was the Beyond meat,
Beyond me.
He goes.
right? And I look at him and I'm like, it was the Beyond meat,
He kind of just.
right?
He's in the middle of like cleaning something, and he goes, "No, the meat was here. There's no."
It was the Beyond Meat, right?
Maybe I'm not
I
picking up.
don't know what you're talking about with beyond. This is right here. It's not far. It's here.
You're right. It is here, and it's meat. Waawaatesi.
Yes, it's turkey.
See, it's the Beyond turkey. It's tofuki.
No, this is meat.
All right, I gotta have a discussion with you later. We need to work on some hand signals.
Okay. And he just goes back to like.
I honestly can't keep up with all the things that I have to watch out for you for. So I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
As you're doing that, I'm going to touch the side of my head, and I'm gonna prestidigitation her face and clean her up real quick,
Okay.
so that there's no more smell or nastiness all over her.
So while Grjorn casts that, like all of this, lack of a better word, slop gets off your face, and like the
Meat
tears that were
grease.
already there were cleaned off, but they're replaced by new tears. As you're like, just, like
And I'm gonna take a drink and just be like,
Okay, there. I'm so sorry. There. Did it taste good?
It tastes really good, didn't it?
Okay.
So it's been a couple hours. You know, you're in the afternoon, a little bit of late afternoon now. Like, people are starting to come in from either their travels, having their drinks. Your platter's done; it gets taken away. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, what are we doing about Barry? I mean, Cipher, you are delightful,
I do.
and maybe you can help us.
If I can be of assistance, I would happily assist.
All right.
This Perry sounds adorable.
Obviously, you were very successful in your theft of the jewel, so we're just
Thank
going
you.
to trust you for the moment. And honestly, I think we can take all the help we can get with this Perry thing. So, honestly, Grjorn, I have no fucking idea. We tried the scent, we tried magical means. I don't really have any other options. We tried going back to the tavern. He's not here. Oh, fuck. Idiot. I grab that book out again. And maybe if we put our heads together, we can try and find some sort of clue in this book that was on the ground where he seemed to have vanished from.
I read it. You read it. I mean, I went through it.
I think it's going to take longer than a quick read.
Yeah, you just pretty much went like.
Yeah, I flipped through to get the gist of it. I honestly, Bo, I don't think the book is the answer. This is just a historical.
But why was he looking at it? Why was someone looking at it? Why was it on the ground?
I mean, I thought it was connected to the red robe lady.
Our brains go on very different paths.
No, to be honest, I wasn't in that area, nor did I pick up any books.
Ever.
Just in and out of the palace. Well, palace.
Yeah, you might want to
Bring
keep
people
that on the
places.
down low from now on.
Yeah, if you guys could maybe not mention it to anyone, that would be ideal.
I mean, don't make any decisions that would make us have to mention that.
That's fair.
It should be all right.
It's fair. Fair.
I don't know what I'm going to do without Perry.
The
Do you-
same thing you did without Perry before.
I mean, we just figured out she could turn into a dog, so you can cuddle with her. That's
I'm never going to sleep again.
No thanks. 1 month? You were traveling together for 1 month and you've already developed a crippling dependency on his sleeping companionship.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
You didn't know Perry like I knew Perry.
We can get you a small body pillow.
What's
Oh.
the body pillow?
It is not something I'm aware of since I'm a very lonely individual. It gets weird out on the range sometimes when you're traveling.
Say less.
Okay. But it's just a sack filled with straw. You can put a little face on it.
Wilson!
Yeah. I was thinking Lamina could be the next one's name. I just like the name.
Lamina.
Not to be insensitive, but do you think something to do with the crystal pandemic thing would have taken Perry? Are those
Honestly,
connected?
there's a whole slew of things that could have happened with Perry. He's he's a magic user, so who the fuck knows?
Well,
honestly,
if he's a magic user, maybe he has a way back to you.
that would be nice. He did have this flower that he found one time that was supposed to be really important.
You think that's what got him in trouble?
I mean,
Flowers are pretty troublesome.
that seems to be the most. The thing that would be the most.
Do you know anything about that?
DM, do I know anything about that?
Nasali tulip.
The Nisali, after Bo corrected it for the right name. No.
No, I have an
no.
accent. Okay.
You said an asshole tulip.
A Nasali tulip.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of the asshole tulip, but never the Nasali tulip. No, I'm not familiar.
We killed. Oh shit. There's so much going on. I don't know. There's still that whole room of crystals below that in the tomb thing where we killed that guy.
You sent the witch lady.
Well, no. So every time you've discovered like a geode garden or whatever, Perry and I'm blanking on her name. The shaman Torva.
Oh, right, yeah.
She helped burn that one, and then the Red Dragonborn contingent, military contingent, and Perry blew it up underneath the temple.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
there's
there's none that we know of yet.
infections
Okay,
right now.
that we know of. Still one in the river somewhere.
Took you a little bit there, Grjorn.
Well, honestly,
Well,
man,
hell.
I'm out of options with the whole Perry thing. If I'm going to be honest with you, we can go to. Didn't he want to go back home or something like that? Check out his brother or something.
Yeah, he wanted some of that Waawaatesi pie or something.
That is a name you remember. Athersby is on the west side of the Holdremian Kingdom. You know, as a little small farming town.
Oh.
You've grown up in the Holdremian Kingdom. You've been taught these kind of landmarks. So Athersby immediately rings a bell for you.
Oh, I know Athersby. It's up in the Holdremian Kingdom.
It is.
Just a small little farming town. Nothing too special.
I thought he was from our side of the world.
No, he's from there.
And this is where Perry was from.
Hey, his brother's there. Do we need to go there?
I don't know if we need to go there now, but aren't you interested in some sand dune place?
I am, Bo, but can't just walk away from our friend.
At this point, it seems like he's walked away from you.
We don't know where he's.
That is dangerous talk, lady.
I'm just saying,
Just met us.
It's called Devil's Advocate.
She's right.
Giving you options.
He did
helping.
He did try to kill Barrington Levy or something at one point, didn't he?
We didn't really like each other for until last week.
Me and you?
No, me and Perry.
Oh. Well,
If I'm being honest with each other.
We were good friends, Bo. Jeez.
Well, me and you are.
It out there.
Me and you are very.
Perry's
we
been a
get
bit
along.
of a dick.
Yeah, he could be. But he could also be super nice. And, he was, near the end, he was getting to be better. We were getting along more.
Don't you remember the time you led us?
He what?
He
How
led us.
could
He was
I
our
forget?
leader.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
I saw what you were doing. That was a nightmare.
I mean, like I said, I'm out of options. I don't know what to do about it. We've looked for him here. The only thing we can do is either go to that Athersby place and look for his brother and see if he went there.
It's very far.
It's very far. There is a teleporter though that goes to that place.
You'll remember there is a teleportation circle from when you guys came in from the Dragon's Roost.
I had a weird dream about it. I remember Waawaatesi walking out or something.
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it never
That
happened.
never happened.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. Okay. Greg Rillidan.
Becky looks really confused.
Well,
She is.
The Cipher's just listening and just
Cypher's
trying to take it in.
Yeah.
So,
You need to speak into your microphone. You're getting away from it.
you're getting away from it.
What is a microphone?
What is a microphone? Oh, this thing.
It's that thing that looks like a dick in front of your face.
Shut up, Borok.
Shoot.
Well, okay. As an outsider looking in, who has no stake in any of this, Perry's missing. You cannot find him magically or with Waawaatesi, as I heard you call her. So, at this point, there's no sense stressing about it because nothing's going to change unless something. Maybe have a couple drinks, see if anything comes to the mind with a little bit of intoxication. Sometimes that helps.
Barkeep, more drinks.
Yeah.
All you hear is, yeah, coming.
There you go.
Honestly, that's probably a good idea. Maybe drunk, we'll have better thoughts.
I always have better thoughts when I'm drunk.
And let's not jump to negative conclusions. He could be totally fine. He could. Let's assume that Perry's fine.
So what?
And you will find
we're
means
just
of finding
supposed to- We're just supposed to go on like nothing happened.
Of course not.
No, I think we need to keep an eye out for him, but I think
You're
that
also-
we've exhausted all of our options that we really are aware of.
You're also forgetting. Come here. Come here. Lower.
Are you like
Why do we
secretly?
have
Are you
to do
quietly
this?
saying
No,
this to him?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm leaning.
I'll purposely lean away because it seems like they don't want me to hear.
Don't forget. The zoo knew and was talking about the Bloodhand tribe. Don't we have to go back and warn them?
I thought I did send a message. It warned them.
Did you?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to hear one back.
Well, I did.
Actually, that might not be a good thing.
What?
If I haven't heard back yet.
Oh,
Oh no.
I don't think it's been that long, is it?
Well, have you folks talked to the Zune about the missing Perry? You talked to
Yeah,
them and
we
said,
did
hey,
quickly.
Aye.
Yeah.
And they.
But I don't want to talk to him again because old red dress over there.
But they don't know it was me.
Well, I know it's you.
Oh. So if you're going to turn me in, then yes, maybe we shouldn't talk to
Yeah,
them.
maybe it's just.
Or you could just remember that it was a locket stolen from a snooty old witch. Not literally, but a snooty old witch that can do without a poor lady's heirloom. So what's the point of giving me in? What does it gain anyone?
I don't think it gains anybody anything at the moment, but we did talk to her about it. She did say that she didn't actually invite us to the tribunal, so there is some fuckery going on here
I'm
somewhere.
telling you, we need to GTFO.
You
So
want to
you
get
were
out of here?
invited to a tribunal, but not invited to a tribunal.
But she was invited. She told us to go to the tribunal because she was told by somebody else to go to the tribunal, but tell us to go to the tribunal.
Wait, I'm confused.
All right.
Did anybody
Zoom-
follow
The
that?
Zune said.
It made sense in my
The
head.
Zune said the red Dragonborn came and said we were supposed to go to the tribunal.
To the tribunal.
Right.
But is she not the red Dragonborn, or is the red Dragonborn and the red dress two different things?
Oh, very different
I
things.
think they're two different
I
things.
was
She
not
doesn't
in.
look like a dragonborn. Can you turn yourself into a dragonborn?
It's a loaded question. I might have temporarily looked like a dragonborn, but not a red one. I needed to get in and get the locket and get out. If they had seen this, they would have been like, "Oh, that's not a dragonborn. We're alarmed by
Oh,
this."
so you're like her, and you can do the thing with the shit.
Sure. Let's go with that. I like the thing that can do the
I
thing.
thought I was uncomplicating it, but I think I made it.
No, honestly, it's not complicated. Red dress, stole a locket from a snooty old
But
lady,
did
has
you
nothing to do
talk
with the
to the
tribunal. No.
My whole brain feels like there's bees flying around inside of it.
I did not talk to the tribunal.
I haven't known you long.
I did not talk to the Zune. I talked to an old lady, figured out where to go get her locket, and went and got the locket. And it's that simple.
So as you all are,
I'm going to drink. I'm just going to drink.
as you all are kind of talking throughout the sun's starting to set. You guys have been here, sitting in this table for a while, and then the night begins to fill out. So I'll ask you all: do you want to just drink the rest of the night and start fresh in the day, or do you want to kind of still hash this out before having to go to bed?
I think we need to hash it out.
I'm just gonna keep drinking because I'm upset about eating the meats.
I'm going to drink while I'm hashing it out, but I just don't know what else to hash out. I guess we have to figure out what our next plan is.
Aye.
So we'll drink while we're figuring out our next plan.
What are the plot hooks, if you may?
Well, first plot hook is we got to go back to my people and make sure they're okay, because the Commandant dynasty might be trying to encroach on our territory and kill all of us.
A lot to unpack there.
A lot to unpack. Second plot hook is he's looking for some magic stuff that makes him do things, and so we would go with Lamina Nastuk to be like a bodyguard for them into the sand dunes, and then the other plot hook was go find Perry in Nathersby, or go find Perry's brother.
I don't mean to cut in, but the Luna guy said that
How long you been hanging out with Borok? Where'd that accent come from?
I'm a wee bit drunk.
Oh, wait a bit.
Just taking on everybody else's accent.
You're gonna be okay. It won't kill you.
The Luna person said that they can't take people. They don't have the power.
We
Something.
have political
What,
connections.
Luna? What are you talking about?
Lamina.
The Lamina.
Oh.
I've been drinking.
No, they
Very
said they
heavily.
can't take any. Though they didn't say they couldn't take anybody. They said to make the trip there, you have to know them, know the things.
Grjorn asked if you could take anybody with them, and they said no.
Oh, I
they
missed
don't.
that
They're
part.
not powerful enough.
What he meant was he doesn't have the political power to make that decision.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that for sure?
Aye. But we
'Cause
have the
he just
connections
said
to make
power.
it work.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that's the answer anyway. I think we can two birds in one stone. If I remember correctly, the stone in the sand is not that far off the plains. If we take the teleporter back the way we came, we end up in Post Malone. From Post Malone, we go and meet up with Dova. We download the information to them, and then we
Closer to your mic.
and then we can go ahead and
Go to the.
go to the stone in the sand.
Isn't there stones in all the sand?
I mean, I'm going to ignore that. I know. I think that might be okay. That's a good option. That's a good first plan.
What about Barry?
Would Perry know roughly where you would want to be going with your travels?
To the Dragon's Lair Tavern.
That's where we are.
I,
So he wouldn't have any idea where you were going next if he wanted to catch up with you.
I'm not sure Perry really paid that much attention.
Well, you say he was a magic user. They tend to have big brains.
He does, and I remember he was quite keen.
Could he get a hold of us?
Well, I've tried. Let me do it again. Perry! Perry, God damn it! Answer me!
Do you guys have lots of gold? You could always buy something like I've heard of these things called sending stones or something like that. You could leave it here at the tavern, so if Perry comes back, he can then have the stone, and then you could get the innkeeper to give it to him, and then he can say, "Send you messages."
Do we have something like that?
And then you would know.
I don't think we need to buy one. We can just write a letter.
Also that. Efficient. I like it.
Just simplicity.
I could do that.
I think that's our best bet because, fuck, I don't know. We do need to get out of here. I agree with that. I think that we've overstayed our welcome, and we're just going to bring more attention to ourselves.
Are you in danger here?
Honestly, we seem to be in danger everywhere we fucking go. So,
And that's who you want to travel with?
You're gonna sound
Yeah.
like fun.
Oh, I knew it.
myself, yeah. So, I think your plan seems as good as any other fucking plan. So, let's do that, and then we'll go find our stone. Hopefully, Perry shows up somewhere, and you can follow our breadcrumbs.
Well,
We'll just leave a really obvious trail,
Yes.
I like breadcrumbs.
but not breaded chicken.
Waawaatesi,
And turkey.
go to bed.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
2.
Oh boy,
Oh no.
didn't know I have to go down this route.
I have to make another deck save.
So
to make another deck save.
yeah, you immediately hear Bo go, "You've had too much drink. Go to bed." And you're like fading in and out of consciousness. And you just lean back a little too far and right off the table onto the ground, and like almost silence in the whole tavern. Everyone looks at you.
I meant to do that.
But you're actually starting to feel a little sick.
Oh gosh. I don't think I've ever felt like this before.
All right. Well, here, I'll take you. I'll take you up and put you in bed. I'll sling her across like, shoulder.
Slings you up and brings you up the stairs. You still have the room key. You lay her in bed.
I'm gonna put her in the recovery position just in case
Yes.
she throws up.
And yes,
In the middle of the
great,
night.
with a little bucket at the side.
Yep.
because you always
Get her
look
some
after
water.
your friends.
You always look after your friends.
That's right. And you kind of tuck her in. And this is the only time after a while where, well, elves don't really sleep. They just kind of go into a trance. This is the first time where you've actually felt like you can have attained sleep. Or the first time in a while. Now, if you all will hold for a second. As time goes on and you feel yourself slipping into sleep a little more, it's just blackness, and then you're in a forest. The wind's blowing through the leaves. The closeness of the trees blocks out the sunlight, casting the forest floor in a covered shade. It does seem familiar to you, though. It's the Sarisa Thicket, the one that you grew up in as a child. You remember your time running through the woods and talking to animals and climbing trees, and you almost see yourself running through and jumping over logs and crawling in the dirt and, looking in a foxhole, and a fox's head pops out, and you look at the fox, and but it's just you laughing, and it's a younger version of you. Your hair's a little messy. There's twigs and all that stuff, and this is before your braids were really, really long, is what they were before. They're these little short braids, and you're just sitting there, cross-legged. Your form, and you're watching the younger self of you moving. What are you doing?
I am going to take a deep breath and just let the air fill my lungs, because I haven't been here in a while. I feel a little bit sad, and I miss this place.
And as you begin to feel sadness, there's a rumble of thunder off in the distance, and you can hear the pitter-pattering of rain hitting the leaves as you start to feel a little bit more lonesome right now and almost disconnected from where you grew up. That little girl it's you, looks up and looks over at you, but not like she sees you. She sees past you. And she starts to walk and then slowly run towards you. And you yourself, it's jarring. You're getting closer and closer and closer until she passes through you. And now it's just the forest.
I'm gonna turn and look where did she go?
Okay. And you turn around. As you turn around, the rumbling of thunder was from behind you. And you see another far expanse of the thicket. And you see your child form, and you can see, unfortunately, the not friendly place that you remember of the healer's hut off in the distance. And a little bit more rumble of thunder comes. And you start seeing from a distance, you see a shadow moving. And as the shadow gets closer and closer, it grows larger and larger. And it starts swallowing up trees as it moves until it finally catches up to you. And then it's like the carpet's just been taken out from underneath you, and you just tumble. You're falling now. It's complete darkness. And as you're falling, you hear a soft female voice. It's familiar to you, but not familiar at the same time. It's like you've heard it, but you're not sure where you've heard it. And you hear, "Nowhere is safe. Protected." And then you're out. Anyways.
I have chills. just
Anyways, while Waawaatesi's passed out, you come back down the stairs, and you're back in the bar. It's getting on in hours, but there are people still drinking, enjoying themselves. What are the rest of you three doing?
I'm drinking.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Okay.
Grjorn, do you have an instrument on your person?
Aye. A steel pan?
Okay, I was wondering. Oh, steel pan. At some point I would probably take out off my back maybe my the violin case that I have, and I would kind of take out a violin and I would just kind of start playing a couple little riffs and just kind of trying to catch your eye and see if you'd be interested. And then I kind of like do a sad song and like and trying to read what would be more fitted to the room.
I
probably settle on something a bit more somber.
We lost our friend Barry. Is he alive?
You hear it.
Or is he buried?
You hear like a Dragonborn in the back. Well, actually, roll a performance check. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be mean for no reason.
18.
Do you want to accompany with that?
Sure. Do you want me to roll a performance
please,
as well?
Please.
24.
24. Wow.
I made a con save.
What did you... Oh, so you're doing what I did when I was blind, whatever his name is.
I rolled an 8.
Ozzy?
Oh, so now... I don't know why you decided to do this.
Because in my head, we are mourning the loss of Perry, and
That's exactly what I was thinking too. And you are starting to cry as you're playing on the steel drum. And there's this Dragonborn in the back who's kind of like... and he's like at the bar, and like Inkin's just kind of leaning up and watching you play. And there's a few other people like this, kind of like just... You really brought down the mood, but in a good way.
My mother told me someday I will die. Someday I will buy galleys with good oars. Sail to distant shores, stand up high and proud. Noble bark I steer, steady course for the haven.
And you hear a guy in the background.
I don't even sing, but
it's
it's a sad song for
it came from the heart.
it came from the heart.
The way we used to snuggle.
Oh, I'm gonna miss a little guy.
Inkin looks to you all and says, I hate to do this to you all, but the first few drinks were on me in the dinner, but we need to settle up.
Oh, don't bother them with it. I'll get it. No worries.
Barry!
Yeah, they don't really seem to be in a place to handle that at the moment.
Okay. Yes, we'll settle up before you leave tomorrow.
Sure.
I would just suggest maybe your newfound friends, you bring them to bed. They seem to be a little upset.
Do you,
Laugh about chuckle.
One single tear runs down Borok's face.
And the whole thing, everyone goes silent.
Smudge my makeup.
God damn it.
Size
well,
and cowboy.
I am not your
Cries and
I
cowboy.
said size and cowboy.
Cries and cowboys just funny.
Cries and cowboy.
Well, I'm not your mother's. I will not take you to your rooms if you do not want to go to your rooms. But
I will make my way up to my room.
I will not. I will wait here for Perry.
You go ahead and wait. Off Borok goes
I
to
will
bed.
take the point of exhaustion.
Okay. Okay.
You can't tell me no.
I'm not going to tell you no, but I'm going to make you do some constitution saving throws
You're
to see
damn
if you
right.
stay awake. Bo, you make your way back upstairs, and you take off your boots and you kind of sit at the edge of the bed, and the room looks out over the Nalmus ward, and you see just the dotting of little lights and everything in you. You let out one of your signatures. It's just that easy, folks. And he just lays aside, and before your consciousness slips into sleep, you just remember looking out into the night, into the starry night. Now, Grjorn, Constitution saving throw, please.
22.
22. The first hour or two, you're fine. You're just
vigilant.
You're vigilant. You're looking around. Another Constitution.
Is Cipher with me?
Cipher, are you?
I would stay with you for a little bit, and then I would probably head up.
Okay. Well, wait. Should I be rolling with disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Next one you will.
Okay.
That was the plan.
You're different.
So are you.
No, I'm normal.
You know you're not.
I'm from Navigawa.
Yes, you mentioned that. I hear it's an island.
You know of it?
I don't. You just had mentioned it in your drunken rambles.
Oh, right.
Like a lot. You kept mentioning it, and then you mentioned it again.
It's the volcano, the Hildewa volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you leave?
Oh, well, that's
If you like it so much.
to find stuff.
Okay. What kind of stuff?
Oh,
Now roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. In the middle of the story, he's like swaying back and forth. You actually don't continue the rest of the story. You just move on to the next point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you're from the Hildermane Empire.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
I've never met anyone from there.
Really?
I've only known the couple.
Well, Perry was from there. Ooh, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
Oh. It's all right. I don't worry. Your little friend is not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's fine, I'm sure.
Why do you keep saying dead? We just lost him a couple hours ago.
Because you keep acting like he's gone forever.
It feels like that sometimes.
It's been, I don't know how long.
Oh, hello.
That's what he said.
Constitution saving throw with disadvantage now, because this is now just making sure you're 10. You now are full on crying, going, "Oh, hello."
And I would just probably have moved over and just been like patting him on the shoulder a little bit as he cries. Just, they're there. Tiny dwarf man, they're there.
I'm not tiny.
They're there, big dwarf.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you're fighting your consciousness, and you're still trying unconsciousness, let's say, and you're still going.
He's gonna walk through that door.
I would have gone to bed as soon as I need my 8 hours of sleep so that I would go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just slink away slowly without him really noticing.
As he says, he's gonna go through that door, and he looks over to the side. You're not there, and you're already like you just see the cloven hooves going up the stairs, and she's gone. Now you're by yourself.
It's just like I've never. He smelled so good, and he fit inside of me. So
Oh my god.
Constitution saving throw, disadvantage.
12.
I knew Grjorn liked being the little spoon, but I didn't know
I was
they
the
took
big
it
spoon.
that
He
far.
fit inside of me.
At this point,
inside of
when he
me.
remembers what type of spoon he was, he's just like, "I was a little spoon." He remembers immediately on the table,
Remembers what kind of spoon.
and then passes out into the night.
I will never fully recover from this.
Yeah, I will never mentally recover from the
I'll never mentally recover from
Grjorn. As you sleep, though, you have a vision. It's almost like you're flying over vast expanses of desert, sand dunes, are kind of whistling by you. You see a few oases as you're going through. You see like some palm trees. You see this these small little villages, and as you're kind of flying over, you see that they have these like almost like these parasails that push them through the wind, and they're moving towards. And as you look up toward the direction that they're moving towards, is you see this mountain, and it's off in the distance, and it's the only mountain in the vicinity that you're at. And as you get closer and closer, you hear that, and then as you can see, there's more of these parasailing sand skis going through the dunes, and there's more of them, all of them converging onto this. You see off to the side, in the distance, you see a large stone temple, minuscule off in the distance, but you can make out the outstretched wings of a dragon carved in the stone. And you pass out. You're out for the night. And that's where we're ending for today, folks.
Dun, dun,
Bum,
dun.
bum, bum.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was fun.
I didn't cry. You cried.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot to think on, folks.
Speechless.
Seems like we have a heading, I guess. I think we all got onto where we're going to be going next.
Yes.
All right.
We have to give a big shout out to Ethan, who stuck with us pretty much the whole time. Rowdy
Yep.
Rogue is here as well. Top Down Tabletop, thank you for joining in.
Yeah.
And thank you for Becky for
Yes.
an introduction to Becky.
Cipher.
Welcome,
Cipher. Yep.
I'm so excited to play her.
Oh, my
Them.
God.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes, they,
It's gonna be
them.
amazing.
They-
Well,
they-
they're more fluid than fluid. They're
Yeah.
very fluid.
Very fluid.
As we'll learn. As we'll learn.
As you'll learn.
Like water.
Like water.
Do we have any announcements before we get going? I don't think so. We're just really happy to be back on episode 20. This was the main campaign. Very excited to have Peter here in the studio. This was a lot of fun.
So nice.
And yes, back to the Scale Bear Mountains. I am reading chat as we're discussing it. Anybody got anything else to announce?
Oh, I'm working on a map. It's going to take some time.
Shout out your Twitch. Shout out your twitch.tv.
Oh, no, I've been doing it on YouTube. So
on YouTube, sorry.
if you follow or if you subscribe to D&D with me on YouTube's, I did a world building stream on the gods of Azlos last Monday, but I'm debating on maybe doing it here on the Dirtwood and just doing it. It might be easier for y'all to come in and see, but I'm working on a map, and eventually I'll live stream that too, and then we'll know where everything is. There's the Scale Bearer Mountains, there's the Temravi Plains, there's the
love it.
Silgal Tangle, there's Ormkirk, there's Cresthaven, there's Athersby. Stay tuned. I don't know. That's
Woo!
it.
And there will be another episode of Ty Wilson Talks tomorrow morning
Perfect.
at 8 a.m. Every Monday, 8 a.m.
And Miss Trail Mixon, you've been also streaming.
I've been getting back at the streams. Nothing big, nothing long, nothing fancy. Just been playing Pokemon lately, but there's a bunch of other games that I'm going to get back into playing. So if you just want to hang out, I'm definitely more of a hang out and chat versus hardcore gaming. I don't do hardcore gaming very well. I get very distracted. So if you want to come hang out, you can. But that's
Sounds
about it.
good.
All right.
Sounds good. All right, Ty, you want to take us out?
Thank you for watching another episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Dice.
Okay, bless you. Out of bounds.